All right, so go ahead and tell me your name
I'm Shereen Boutros.
and tell us what God did for you.
Sometime late last year, I believe it was late fall, early winter, I had been battling being ill for so many reasons, but on this particular morning, I woke up extremely exhausted and weak and lightheaded to the point where I couldn't even get out of bed. I felt paralyzed. I had been battling this fight for a few days, and the night before, I had stayed up praying constantly, feverishly, that the Lord will heal me and I will be back to normal and I can resume life as it was. And the more I prayed, the weaker I got. And I would literally stay up to pray until I would just pass out. And if I'd open up my eyes again, I'd start praying wherever I was. If I'm laying in bed and I couldn't get out, I'd keep on praying and keep on praying. But it seemed the more I prayed, the worse my conditions got. It was about 3 or 4 in the morning, and I had to get ready for work. And I realized I'm not going to make it. I could barely even get out of bed or take a breath. But I tried to get up to get some water, and about 2 steps forward, I fainted. And when I came to, this is bad. This is really bad.
And if I remember, you were sick for about almost going on a week, and you were also hemorrhaging too.
Yes.
And so you were losing a lot of energy and blood.
Yes.
And yeah.
And I just felt like I didn't think I was going to make it that morning. I felt I was going to end up in the hospital or worse.
I remember the words that you texted me saying you just could no longer do it. You were giving up. You think this is the end.
Exactly.
What went through your mind before you sent that text message?
The Kingdom Prayer Ministries have come and helped me and prayed with me so often. There's been so many prior issues that they've prayed over me. And I've prayed for me, and I prayed with faith and just strength that this was going to go away. And like I said, I just woke up and I felt like death has come over me. And I just felt this battle is too big for me, and that maybe I'm fighting the wrong battle, that maybe it is God's will that I not make it, and maybe through my death, He will be glorified. And I just felt like I didn't have the breath in me to go on anymore. I just threw in the towel, and I started to accept whatever my fate was. That's what it was going to be.
And so then you reached out. That was pretty much the context of the message. You said, I'm pretty much done.
I'm done.
And at that point, I said, no, we're coming. I am on my way and we're bringing a team. What happened when we arrived on the scene there?
So almost immediately, the prayer team started showing up, one after the other. Your dad, then your mom, then you, then I believe Christina, just one by one, everybody started to show up. And in the back of my mind, I said, bless their hearts for all their efforts. But I really don't think it's going to work this time, But I went along with it, and I'll let you guys do. But in my head, I had already preordained what was going to happen. In the back of my mind, I was already accepting this is just not working. So many people have prayed for me. I have prayed for me. People that I've known out of the country even have prayed for me. A friend put my health situation on Facebook for everybody, people I don't even know. So with such mass amount of prayers, I was like, God, how can this not do anything? How come I'm not getting that miracle? Nothing's happening. It's getting worse. And so that's when I thought, maybe some of those people who say that it might be God's will that you are sick and that this is how you're going to leave the earth, that you should just accept his will for you. And so I had just given up fighting, and I let the prayer team pray. And we're in my living room, and I was laying down on the sofa because I was just too weak. And they prayed over me. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I should probably get some things ready for the hospital. I should probably make some phone calls. I'm preparing for a different path. But you guys are so vigorous and strong in your prayers. And then all of a sudden, your mom said, Shereen, stand up, walk around, get up, defy the enemy. And, I obeyed, but, with other thoughts in mind, I stood up. And the more you guys prayed strongly for me, little by little, I received those words like little droplets of water. They were starting to fill me up again. And I was starting to realize how powerful God's words were. And everything that you guys were saying, it started to fill me up, and I started to see hope again. And I'm like, wow, I can barely walk, but I know I'm going to make it. Something in me said, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. And right then, Christina said something that woke me up spiritually and physically. She said, Shereen, the enemy is trying to bring you down because of your testimony. He doesn't want you to speak. He doesn't want you to tell others what you're going through. And I realized, oh my goodness, of course that makes sense, because through my testimony, others will stand up and believe and will come forth and will know God and know Jesus as their healer. And if I just give in to the enemy now, those people may not have a chance. And so that just woke me up and made me realize, God tells us life and death is in the tongue. And my tongue will tell the testimony that will give life. And all of these things were filling up my head, and I realized that the enemy was trying to bring me down. He was trying to have me just accept what was going on. Don't even fight it. You can't handle it. I'm too big for you. And thank God to your prayers that you fed me the word that woke me up, the living word that woke me up.
And Shereen, tell of how that word invigorated you, because all of a sudden, Shereen was a different person.
I felt more alive. I didn't feel weak. I didn't feel tired. We were all walking around in a clockwise position around my coffee table, praying and defying the enemy. And I was praying right along with you with strength and with courage. And I no longer felt nauseous or weak or tired. I felt stronger and stronger and stronger. And it was so amazing that right then and there, God was working in me. His words are the living words. They did give me life right then and there. And they woke me up. And I realized I had a fight to fight, and I'm not giving up.
And then days later, you said, I have more energy than I had. You're like a new person. Did you end up going to the hospital?
I never went to the hospital. As a matter of fact, I went about my day. Everything was great.
You went to the soccer field the same day, right? That later on that evening.
I don't remember what happened.
Your son was out somewhere. I think you went out and you were even sharing with someone. Yes, you went out the same day. You said, I got energy and I left my house.
I remember leaving the house, but I just remember leaving like nothing ever happened. That morning didn't happen. I wasn't weak. I wasn't tired. I wasn't hemorrhaging. Everything was back to better than it was before. And it was amazing. And my daughter, who was 16, was asleep throughout the whole thing. Never even knew anything happened. It was an amazing moment, and that I realized that the fight had only just begun. And I am so thankful for the Kingdom Prayer Ministries for strengthening me and bringing life back to me and reminding me why I'm here, reminding me who my God is, reminding me that He is above anything and everything that I see before me, that I am to always walk in faith and not be deceived by the enemy. No matter what I feel, no matter what I see, it's never too late. That the enemy wants you to give up, because through one person, many can be saved. And he will win if he brings one down and 100 more go down with that person. So today I am so thankful for Pastor Rosie and her uplifting words, and for keeping me strong in the word and reminding me to never give up and don't throw in the towel.